Every year I cry as soon as pomp and circumstance starts and our kids start walking down the aisle. And it happened again this year. I'd like to welcome you all here today. And I'm so happy to see you all, and I'm so very proud of our students. Last night, I was struggling about what I wanted to share with you today, and I decided to tell you a little bit how Tobin World began. So here goes. 52 years, when my third child, my autistic son Tobin, was born, there were no schools or programs available to care for autistic children except for the dreaded state hospitals. Faced with anxieties and difficulties of trying to raise a child like this, I knew I had to raise money and find a place to educate my son. I traveled all over the country to find a good school that would take my son and educate him, but to no avail. Toby was nonverbal and severely autistic with aggressive and self-abusive behaviors. I was walking around with black and blue marks from his aggressive kicks, punches, and bites. No surprise that no school wanted him. So what next? I decided to travel to our state capital and tell our governor and state legislators about the need for programs for Toby and others like him. I wrote legislation, showed films, knocked on legislators' doors, and finally practically accosted our governor in a Sacramento restaurant. In the meantime, my travels, I found a wonderful school in Providence, Rhode Island that was really helping autistic children. I wanted a branch of this school in Los Angeles. Long story short, my friends held a benefit to raise money to get a school started for Tobin and other children like him. They raised $50,000, which is the same as $250,000 in today's dollars. And at the same time, our governor and some legislators decided to help me, probably due to the fact that there was now federal legislation that mandated programs for the autistic. In 1977, we opened our new school with only 3 children in a house in Van Nuys. The school was for severely autistic children that no other program would accept. We hired teachers and aides and started our school in the family room of a rented house. After a short time at being a parent co-op, I became its executive director, a position that I have held to this day. Today, 42 years later, Tobin World has about 250 students with a staff of about 150 teachers, psychologists, classroom aides, and other professional staff. Tobin World also has a county mental health clinic that serves our students and their families. My autistic son Tobin lives in a supported living program in an apartment right over our mental health clinic, right there, with a caretaker who was trained at our school. Tobin's favorite song is Small World, and the school is in effect Tobin's small world. All of this led me to name the school Tobin World. Once a year, Tobin celebrates his birthday in the school library, where many of our students sing happy birthday and give Tobin handmade birthday cards, eat birthday cake, and drink punch. It's a very big event in Tobin's life. Starting Tobin World was a big struggle. Making it the best school of its kind has been a big struggle. And keeping it going up to my standards has been quite a struggle. But it's been worth it. if only to celebrate this graduation 42 years later. Thank you.